All right. Thursday, April 9th, year of our Lord, 2026. Shit. So, Baxter, you just had your birthday party at Boomers. Pretty cool. Boomers. Boomers are the problem. And Min Min, you just had your birthday party. We also had a nice Easter celebration at Tita Daff's house. Lovely. Barbecuing burgers, sitting in the shade. Just a perfect paradisal day. So, dash cam alert. So, I'm on my way to Mimi's house and help her a little bit clear out the old garage, which she calls the Cave of Wonders. And what else is going on? So yeah, there we are, for all intents and purposes. The world is plunged into war right now, and I'm on the lam. I'm on the OOW, shall we say, and I've been there since the beginning of February. That was my first day on the OOW, and nothing, right? So it's April 8th, April 9th right now, so nothing. Completely dry. Word on the street is that there's no work till January of next year. And even, whispers in the bushes say that even the equipment rental companies have no work, which is a massive red flag. So there's that. And also, because of the World War, which is in the Middle East, between Iran and the United States and Israel on the other side. Also, it really looks like it's Iran, Russia, and China on one side versus the United States, Israel, and their proxy is the Ukraine. So anyway, Google it, look it up in the Book of Knowledge and see what information you have at your time. By the time you're old enough to do that, if there is even an internet, if you can even have access to a computer, see what there is to see. But that's what it looks like from this perspective, the peasant's perspective. And so, what's happened is Iran has closed this very important naval passage called the Strait of Hormuz, and through there travels a fifth, so 20% of the world's crude oil, also a large percentage of the world's liquefied natural gas, helium, nitrogen fertilizer. So you can see where this is, you can kind of start putting things together. The last ships with fuel are going to be arriving sometime next week. After that, there's not going to be anything from the Middle East. And right now it's springtime, so farmers are thinking about planting. They're thinking about fertilizing their crops, and they're having a very difficult time finding and financing the fertilizer that they're going to need. Also, I heard some farmers in Australia, which is one of the most affected and hardest hit countries, some of the farmers in Australia are kicking around the idea of not even planting, because if they plant and have no fertilizer, the crop yield is going to be crap. And so it might be worth it to them to not even plant, because they're going to be doing the same amount of work for less crops. So it might not be worth it. Also, a lot of farmers aren't sure they're going to be able to get diesel by the time it is harvest season. So those are some of the things. And yeah, fuel is getting very expensive. In fact, yesterday, the price of dated Brent, actually it was a couple of days ago, reached the all-time high. I think it was over $144 a barrel for dated Brent, which is, if you want Brent crude oil right now in this moment. So yeah, those are some of the things we're dealing with. Meanwhile, we've started a garden. Trying to get a little bumper crop going for the future, and we started to put away some supplies just in case, keeping our gas tanks topped off, because I don't think it's getting any cheaper anytime soon. And yeah, supposedly yesterday there was a ceasefire, but on the day of the ceasefire, more bombs have been bombed in the history of all bombings since the war began. So there's no the fire has not ceased. And yeah, so we're keep on keeping on. You two are growing so fast and so well. You're getting your values dialed in, and your morals and your ethics and your relationships with the good Lord above. So since September, we've been praying every night, religiously, so to speak. And yep, that's about it. I wonder if can I take this call while it's being recorded?